Hey there, my name's Niandra. This is competitive Overwatch Dorado at around 3,380. Recently, I've been streaming alt account comp and I've been trying to push this account from Plat to Masters. I haven't done a commentary VOD video in a few months because the matches have just been on Twitch, so I decided to sit down one evening and play some comp off stream to talk over it. I'll also be posting a couple more in the next coming weeks. I immediately realised we have Farah and that I should be up there with her, so I find her quickly once the gates open, but not before feeding enemy Anna with the anti-nade hit. Since Mercy's healing nerf, I generally don't pocket Farah very hard, and if I am, I make sure to keep moving my camera view around the battle. If you are paired with an off healer, you really need to keep track of your team while hanging about in the air, because you may not have much time to get to them.
Ryan, no bear.
Discord.
I'll talk about it a bit more later on, but you can see the new damage boost change here, as I boost Farah as she shoots, then put my beam on Doomfist. Pretty cool in the scenario, I'll admit.
Whoa. Zarya's really charged. Genji going above.
I can't fucking believe I forgot to mention this in my Valkyrie guide, but one of my favourite and probably best uses of it is after your team gets a pick and has a number advantage. That being said, I think I was a bit too eager to show that off here. The enemy team is quite far back, but I do get some healing and damage boost in. Sometimes you are going to have Valkyries that aren't super impactful, but the team still wins the fight, so why beat yourself up over it, you know?
She's down. They swapped to a div after Zarya.
They have McCree now.
Yep. They'll probably be close. They should have Nano by now.
Probably, yeah.
They're probably about 75 on trans.
Listening to my teammate and making my own guesses about enemy ult charge, I lose track of our Farah and I can't heal her in time. I don't go for the res immediately, but I do keep watching it for an opportunity. I then feel the enemy team is distracted by the Roadhog in front of me, who's kinda body blocking, so I go for it. Unfortunate death, and the swings would have given Ryan some ult charge, which ugh. Looking back, I get the res off and GA immediately to Orisa as I spin around, putting it on cooldown without really moving me. The fly path I needed was Zenyatta in the back there. Maybe I could have gotten it if I'd not been so hasty and moved further left first. Last time Farah died, it was because I couldn't see her, so while on the ground I keep flicking my view upwards to keep track of her.
Ooh, good pick. Look for that McCree next to our Farah as free ran. I'm pulling that off. Hog, go to town.
Nice.
Nice. Setting shield on left. Oh, that's a little far. That's a little far. Zed on the right.
So it's pretty obvious that going for this res right away is a fucking terrible idea. Sometimes I do get overly cocky because I've had dumb reses that work out fine. At the time of recording, the res Valk speed bug is in, so I could have maybe popped ult for a safer, twisty movement under the bridge. Obviously, playing safer was the smarter move, and McCree got ult from killing me, so my misplay fucked over my team there. Farah and I push up a little earlier than the rest of the team. I flick my camera view a couple of times since there's 2 points that interest me. First, the right side balcony, which a defender like McCree or Soldier could potentially take pot shots from, and second, just generally below me in case the rest of my team had caught up. My concerns were valid, and while I do still get hit, I'm able to react appropriately rather than panic.
Push it. Pulling this right off. Nope.
McCree.
I'm trying to remember my thought process behind this Valkyrie, and I'm honestly blanking. I probably wanted more control over positioning or to start the fight off, but I can't really see any of the enemy team. Going for a res where you're still going to be down in numbers afterwards is always weighted, but to do so while a third ally is pushed up and dying in combat is exceedingly questionable. My team is now in a state where 3 of us are still fighting while the other 3 come back from spawn. Due to my positioning, my beam breaks off Farah, she takes damage and I cannot stabilise her once it's back on. I get some fast ult charge with the pistol, then die myself. We do have some picks, but can't really push in because the team is out of sync, somewhat staggered from my actions.
So, it's fine.
Yeah.
We just have nothing against the high ground and they're running double hit scan.
Yep.
I occasionally flick my camera view right so I can see our Genji. If he ends up getting killed like here, there's not much I can do. But if he got injured and fell back, maybe dashed out towards me, I'd be ready to start healing.
Alright. Moving up. Pulling right. Nothing. Soldier high right again. I should stay still.
Ryan's up top, he's looking for fatty shit.
Oh yeah, he wants a flank shatter big time.
It's Discord.
I can see Ryan above me and no friendly Genji is with him too. He gets nanoed and instead of thinking about my own safety, I focus entirely on helping Genji.
Here it comes.
Oh, turn on the Ryan, turn on the Ryan.
I then die. Let me rewind and slow down the footage. I basically just faffed about in the air rather than fly to Zen on my left, then press space to shoot myself further into the bank. That Reinhardt would have been fucking gunning for us, so we may have died regardless, but him killing me is what gave him the last chunk of ult charge for Shatter, which hit our Orisa who was out in the open. So, whoops.
A speedy recovery.
Just come back and regroup.
Once again, I'm not 100% sure why I valked so early. I think I did it in response to Diva Bomb to be able to reposition quicker. Initiating a fight with Valkyrie is perfectly fine, often good usage, but you can see how spread my team is. Genji ults which I can pocket and there is enough time left on Valk to potentially make it good. However, the enemy team uses ults in return and I have to retreat while the constant health regeneration does its job. Weak Valkyrie, but we are alive, we do have picks. I love playing aggressive Mercy, pushing up to damage boost people like Genji and Winston, but I'm about to go too far. I fly to Roadhog, I press space and then stand around in one area rather than backing off. I turn around and there's a wall to my right, blocking out potential fly paths, which are crucial when playing aggressively and things go tits up. You need to be able to spin around and get out ASAP, but here I'm going to have to walk forward, turn, then fly. And against Nano Winston, with no additional healing, I don't have that time. Genji was anti-healed and fucked, but I should have remained on this outside area when assisting Roadhog, then I would have noticed that our Winston repositioned. So, not gonna lie, I kinda fucked our final push, which was the only push where we had any momentum. I don't think any of my teammates noticed my pretty hefty mistakes, and if they did, thankfully they didn't call me out on it. Looking at the kill feed of that last fight, it is fairly promising and I definitely feel we could have clenched it with a main healer that stayed alive.
I think we just waited too long to adjust.
Yeah.
In the most recent patch, damage boost was changed. Previously, you needed to be boosting as the bullet or projectile or whatever actually hit the target. Now you have to be boosting as the damage leaves the weapon. I haven't noticed my damage amplified drop, in fact I recently had a match where I had above 4k, but I'm still pretty mixed on the change. Not being able to flick damage boost onto fire strikes is kind of a big loss in my opinion, and there seems to be a few other abilities that flat out can't be boosted anymore. Anyway, our DPS are Ashe and Junkrat, two heroes that actually benefit from the change, so I'm thinking, hey, let's boost Junkrat as he fires, then try to put my beam on someone else and break in both.
That's a couple
oh fucking shit.
Happy with the damage boost switching so far, but our Reinhardt rotates and no one really follows. Maybe one of us should have said something. This means if I want to heal the others, I need to leave Reinhardt.
Kill him, kill him.
I can't get him.
We're all split up, be careful.
We need that anti-nade. We have to get an honor.
I can see why her utility would be good, but we didn't lose this fight because we weren't running Ana. We lost it because we positioned poorly, which you'll see is fixable. Once you hit like 3000 SR, a lot of people seem to think running Ana over Mercy is the solution to everything. I'll speak more about this in a future video, but it's not always the case.
I can stall the cart for a little bit here.
He's not gonna switch. He didn't switch left on attack.
My thought process right now is just, should I Valk to get back quicker? Both teams have picks, but what if it's a waste? Ah! Then we get a pick on Mercy, and I'm like, okay, this is winnable. The speed gets me to Rhine and our allies quicker, which is important because Zen was also walking back from spawn with me, meaning the team had no healing. We stabilise with some time left on Valk, so I just try to damage boost, then heal once it's over.
I'm gonna look for a slime here.
Our hog is feeding so much.
Oh, I'm fucking dead. Alright, that Bastion's retarded.
Bastion one.
Oh, I got the Bastion stunned.
Fight, go in.
Rise one. Bastion down.
Torb on payload.
Yeah, can we go?
Right now, the only thing I'm focused on is finding space to res Niandra. I'm a frame too late, and because of my tunnel vision, I lose track of our friendly Reinhardt, who is badly damaged over here somewhere. I spend a second healing our vaping Roadhog, and by the time Reinhardt comes into view, it's too late. He's too low for me to stabilise. I'm also unable to get my beam on Junkrat in time, but I wasn't out healing a nano drone anyway. I've got heal mode on our fully healthed Roadhog, mainly because 2 enemies are nearby and I need to keep him alive until others are back. Probably could have gotten away with damage boost though, and I do swap once he's hit by anti-heal. I hold down Q to immediately Valk when it's ready, even though it's just me and Hog and then Zen in the back. I definitely think it's debatable whether this ult was worth it, but my idea was I need to keep Hog stable enough for the rest of my team to get back. And Valk gives me more control over my positioning and will allow me to be up high near corners. Also, I spoke over it, but Reinhardt said on voice chat he's near ult. Whenever a teammate does this or you know they're close, try to prioritise them with damage boost so they can get that last chunk quicker.
I'm holding forward here.
I'm gonna get transfer.
They swapped to a far off the Bastion. And a Genji off the Torb. If we don't give the Genji enough poke, he should not be able to build his ulti in
I
a
have
minute.
France anyways, but it doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay, cool. Never mind then.
From basic though, yeah. Like
Calculating the big calculation.
Ashe needs healing and I'm going to go around this way rather than here. This way is slower, but it doesn't put me in view of enemies and she's already got a Zen orb on her.
His shield's about to drop. Keep burning that shield. Nice. Slam his backline. Slam the whole backline.
Down.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead.
no, you're
I fly away from that messy fight, but don't look back, keeping my view firmly forward. Friendly Reinhardt and Niandra kill enemy Reinhardt, but if they needed help I wouldn't have known.
And in the side room left.
No real commentary on this death, to be honest. I mean, maybe I could have done more with game sense, but I just wanted to go for the res quickly while I thought the enemy team was dead.
They're gonna blade. They have monkey now. They have monkey.
Tracer behind on your 10.
Turn on the tracer. Turn on the tracer.
Press me again. Where am I?
Shit.
Thankfully, my death isn't really an issue, and the rest of my team cleans up nicely without me.
Nice. Good job. Told you we'd hold them.
Buff Junkrat, they said.
And there we go. I recently set up a Patreon page with a link in the description. It's super bare bones at the moment, so please don't feel obligated to donate. I'll be posting future commentary VODs a day early on there and maybe do 1 or 2 exclusive videos for patrons, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and have a good day.